Hey everybody, welcome back to Humans Suck.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Suck My Blood.
Humans Suck 101. Let's learn about history. So first, the Egyptians enslaved the Jewish people.
That's not even first, man.
Okay,
You gotta start with the cavemen.
Okay, first the cavemen rejected, women rejected the monkeys because their penises were too small. Or was it the Neanderthals that were rejected?
Well, first the cavemen would knock their women upside the head, knock them out, and rape them.
But anyway, after that, then the Romans enslaved the Egyptians. And the Jewish.
Well, even before that, they enslaved the Jewish, kinda.
They enslaved the Egyptians, the Jewish.
And the Romans also killed Jesus. They had a hand in that as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then, I think someone enslaved the Romans. Was it the Persians?
Yeah, the Persians.
The Persians enslaved the Romans, and the Egyptians, and the Jewish.
And you're completely forgetting about the thousands of wars that took place during these hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years?
Between Sparta, Greece, Rome, and Persia.
There you go. And then after that...
And then eventually somewhere in there, the Mongols...
took over everything. And then and then died in a tornado.
And then died in a hurricane. And then died in another tornado.
And then...
The history of the world, I guess, but the history of the world sucks.
And then they kind of just vanished after that point, to be honest. I gotta cut that out, don't I? And then, well, not that one. And then after that, the Crusades happened. And then
there were 8 of them.
Yes. Wait, really?
6 or 8, I don't know.
I think there were 6, because I remember there was...
And everyone died.
The end. Except it wasn't the end, and the world still went on and became even terrible, even more further down the road.
Maybe there's a proper order to this?
And then, after that, they went over to South America and Central America and killed the Mayans and Incans and whatever the third one was. What was it?
Olmec.
There we go. And they're all dead. Culture wiped out. Completely gone. The gold though, it's safe in Spain, in Portugal.
Calendars, inaccurate, still there.
Yeah. Okay. Sun gods.
Their god, not real.
Not real. No. The sun is real, but he's not a god, or or anything. It's gonna kill us all soon, but we won't be here for that. But the people that are there, that are watching this video, like billions of years in the future.
If
hey,
this video's even there.
Yeah, hey.
Hey,
have fun.
How's the Red Giant doing?
Hey,
does he look like a god yet? Probably not.
Having fun? Did you die?
Do you even exist? We don't know.
We don't care. We're not there. And if we are there, sucks to you, future us.
We must have been frozen with Disney. How's Disney's head doing?
Is he still anti-Semitic? Anyway, so, moving on. Then, the English went to North America. And the French.
We all know how that went.
And the Vikings. But the Vikings kind of just went there, got overpowered, and destroyed.
Well, we'll see. The Vikings, they went to
Canada.
They went to the Greenland first and named it Iceland. And then they went to the icy land and named it Greenland. And then they went to Canada. And then they went into sailed in all the way up into the Great Lakes into Michigan.
And then got killed and destroyed by the Native Americans.
Got devoured by what they could only assume were evil tree savages. And ran away.
And then the English and French came and pretty much destroyed everything. Is that I don't think it was the average people that were sent there as like, what do you call it, like peasants. That they probably sent a lot of peasants there.
Well, no, it was just people fleeing the king.
No. That's not what it originally was. They were originally sent there as settlers to see if they could settle the new land because it was discovered by Christopher Columbus and a few others discoverers who discovered South America, Central America, the Bahamas, and North America.
Well, yeah, when the people who went with Christopher Columbus were all like sailors and like
yeah, I'm talking about like
the
Pilgrims that went there, and then the settlers that went there in the 1700s and the 1600s. A lot of them were poor people that they just went there that they figured, oh, they'll be easy to control and they won't cause a riot. Little they know that they did. But
no, the people who came after Christopher Columbus they weren't fleeing, but they left. Some of them were poor, some of them weren't. They were all from different standings in life. They decided to leave because they didn't really care for it. And
they were, but it was still under control of the British Empire.
Well, yeah, but they were allowed to freely practice their beliefs because they were.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, they were.
In the 13 colonies?
Yeah.
I don't think they were. The point is
that because they all became Protestant. They weren't Catholic anymore.
Well, yeah, because they couldn't really enforce it since the people that were.
They were 6 months away, or 3 or whatever.
And then people that were trying to enforce it, like their guards and stuff. A lot of them were against the king too. So, what are they gonna do? Send a ship that get there in 6 months? They can't. They couldn't really do it like now, where they could just spy on you through your computer and say, "Oh, they're Protestant. Get them. Drop a bomb."
I'm not sure.
But the point is that a lot of the smaller families that were just there and weren't like the rich or the generals or the guards or anything, they didn't really commit anything on. They weren't really doing anything. It was mostly the king's like royal royal guards and generals that were committing all the atrocious acts.
Well, I mean, yes and no.
Like I can imagine that some of the people that, like a poor person or, like an average person that went there probably just thought when they saw the Native Americans, they're probably thinking, yeah, like who are they? What are these people?
Well, yeah, they were first they were freaked out by the natives.
Yeah.
Because I think it was Jamestown, the first sort of settlement that kind of just got completely wiped out. It got wiped out, but by disease and natives because they landed in an area where, like, the tribe in that area was like hostile.
Yeah.
So they literally just got attacked one night and completely wiped out.
Yeah, and then the disease kind of killed half of them because of where they didn't have a cure, and it was winter time, I believe. Mm-hmm. And so they all caught, like, I think, the common cold and died.
And so, like,
or half of them, anyway.
And so, like, whatever, a couple months later, they sent another ship in when it was, like, spring. And that's when, like, the real colonies took off. Because they landed in a different area that wasn't hostile. And, like, they actually started to become, like, kind of friendly with the natives. But as more and more pilgrims got sent over,
or people, yeah,
they needed more and more room, and so it started to create a bit of an issue of territory with the natives.
Yeah.
And like, it's not that they wanted to betray the natives or anything like that, but once like the colonies took off, that's when like the kingdom sent over like their soldiers and whatnot to like forcefully take more land.
Which, to be honest, that wasn't it. I feel like the Pilgrims and the natives could have figured something out together. Like, I feel like they could have done something. Like, they could have, because they were definitely, they didn't hate each other.
Well, I feel like eventually they would just become part of the natives' tribe, and the natives would learn more from them, and they would learn more from the natives.
Yeah, but the fact that the whole royal family had to be, giant freaking asshole and dictator to rule everything, they're like, fuck those people, we don't need them.
I think I already completed this place.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All that build up for nothing.
I know, like they said, your magic will be sealed. Mere enemies. You only ran into 2 of them.
Oh, fuck.
It's speaking in PlayStation symbols and other things.
Yeah, I'm like, it's speaking in triangle, square, X. Or circle.
That's the only face that's alive, I'm guessing.
Where's the Konami code? Do I need to put it in?
But anyway, yeah, basically, if you really want to blame
I don't wanna
somebody,
get on that stone. I don't know.
I would blame the royal family. Fuck the Queen of England. That's right.
Actually, a lot of things have come from the royal family. Like, I don't know, the imprisonization of all of India.
Yeah, pretty much everything.
And Africa.
And
China.
and I don't know, sending your criminals to
And the UK.
Sending all your criminals to to Australia to die, even if they've been even if they had a petty crime of theft.
That and
then killing all the natives of Australia. So
Yeah.
that's great.
So yeah, the Boer War of Australia. It's the Queen's fault.
Well, she wasn't around back then. It was the king, actually. Or was she? I don't fucking know. That was like
There were a lot of queens.
No. The queen we have, the queen that's in England right now. The one that's in like charge right now. That's of the head of the family.
Queen Elizabeth
The
third.
second. Queen Elizabeth II. Yeah, she has been the queen
for what 100 years.
Almost 100
Fucking
years.
old.
She's 92 years old.
She's got to be a damn vampire or demon or something.
She looks
Holy
like Betty
shit,
White.
dude. She looks like an uglier version of Betty White. Oh, there's two alive.
Oh, there's another face. Oh, they're talking about the land.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah. Basically, hey, if you want to blame anybody,
Oh, hey, three
no.
of them.
Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is 3. I would say blame the French, English, Spanish, Portuguese.
No.
Yeah.
Well, not even the Portuguese
The-
as
No, they didn't really do that much. It was mostly Spain, France, and England, and
Mongols. Yeah, the
Basic-
Mongols.
and the Egyptians, and the Romans, and the Persians, and the Japanese.
Well, the Japanese.
The Japanese kind of took all over China, the Koreans.
That's because that's when China was taking Japan.
No, it kind of wasn't like that. No,
China was like, yo, you actually used to belong to us, so...
No, it actually wasn't like that. No, they kind
Japan was like, yeah, no, fuck you.
No, they
It's
kind of
like
were.
this.
No, that wasn't like that at all. Because they were like 30 years behind Japan, you know.
You do realize Japan branched off from China, right?
The people that got to Japan,
Wait, where did you come from?
They're finding
You
out-
weren't there.
they're finding out there's just about 9 million. Actually, they found more. They're like finding new bodies. Actually,
Yeah, I know. They're finding a lot of like mass graves of like babies and stuff. And it's
Yeah.
really messed up.
yeah. There's like it was like not.
Because they would take the babies and just throw them into a pit and light it all on fire.
That's fucking messed up.
Yep.
Like they had 9. I think it's like now it's up to 9 to 10 million. I think even almost 12 million Jews now. Like that's fucking ridiculous, man. The fuck is the Trail of Tears?
Well, the Trail of Tears is what it's like the major event of like that experienced the most Native American deaths during the territories and like America fully becoming a nation, because we were claiming more and more land, so we were like forcing the Native Americans to like travel all throughout America and put them in places. But yeah, the Trail of Tears I think was from like Kentucky all the way to Oregon or something like that, and we forced them to walk it nonstop.
Well, here's the thing: is that a lot of that land, I think it's because, maybe not Kentucky, but the other parts was that it was originally owned by the French, and then we bought it from the French, and then the French didn't really care if the native. This is the one thing I guess I can respect the French for. The French didn't actually do anything with the Native Americans. What
They kind of just bought the land
they
because
just-
they wanted the resources.
They just wanted the resources and the gold and stuff. They didn't really care about settling out in it. So I think they did send settlers there, but all they did was ask for resources from the Native Americans. Some of the ones that were like, peaceful and
They're like, yo, we'll trade you our weapons for your fucking wood.
yeah, just we'll trade you all of our stuff for your stuff. And they said, sure, whatever. And then that's kind of what happened. They let them keep their land and everything. They didn't really mind. They just wanted the resources.
What the fuck do I do?
And so after that, then we just said, hey, yo, France, can we buy this from you? We kind of want it now.
And they were like, yeah, we're kind of done with it.
Yeah, here, you can have it.
And then we were like, yo, Native Americans, you're kind of done with this land. And they're like, wait, what?
Oh, there's another mirror. You gonna fight it?
No.
Oh, I thought you need to fight it so you can...
Oops. I accidentally defended with today.
No, it's gonna petrify. It only...
It's not going to.
It only does the mirror thing... It won't. It's only gonna do the mirror thing if you like attack it, and it does it on whoever you. Steiner just is there for all eternity.
Just frozen solid for the rest of eternity.
But yeah. In my opinion, the world goes in chunks. And it starts out with humans were just aggressive and hateful towards each other. Then...
Well, see, we've always had this sort of, like, dating all the way back to caveman times. We've always had this sort of tribal...
well, no, what I'm saying is it's...
What's the word I'm looking for?
Instinct.
Yeah, a tribal instinct where, like, we see our people as the people that matter the most.
Well, see, back then we all had the same color.
That didn't even matter. We identified ourselves as different tribes.
Well, yeah, but no. Here's what I'm saying: is it was all one race, just fighting over each other, land and everything,
Yeah.
and beating each other. Then after we spread out throughout the world, because of the Ice Age, which actually helped us do that. Because if it wasn't for the Ice Age, North America, South America, there would have just been animals. That's it, nothing. But there would have been no Native Americans.
Yeah, a lot of the island areas like the Philippines, Japan,
Oh, they would all have been
and,
uninhabited, yeah. And I mean, like eventually we would have
probably even Australia.
Yeah, I mean we would have probably eventually inhabited them because we would have sent people out there still,
we
but.
would have eventually gotten boats.
But the thing is, instead of it being forcibly taken by violence and aggression,
it would just be like, oh, look at these lush, beautiful lands of like untouched, ancient.
Like, yeah, nobody's been here. We can just do anything. No worries.
Which is interesting because like there would probably still be like a lot of like old ancient
animals.
No.
Creatures. Well, there definitely would have been certain things.
Life.
Well, here's the thing.
And some creatures probably would have evolved a lot differently.
Well, here's the thing. Mammoths actually were hunted to extinction by humans.
Yep.
In most mammoths...
Saber-toothed tigers.
Yeah, and they said most mammoths were in North America.
Mm-hmm.
In, like, the Canadian areas and...
Except they probably either would have adapted into just being elephants or gone extinct when the Ice Age receded.
Yeah. But it would have been interesting. There would have been elephants in North America.
Yeah.
And the saber-toothed tigers were in Russia's area, so they would have been hunted still. So, because Russia was connected to it.
There were saber-toothed tigers in North America as well.
Oh. But anyway, the point is that...
But a lot of people speculate that they just...
the dodos would have lasted a lot longer, though.
Adapted into...
The
lynx.
The dodos might have lasted a little bit longer. I don't know. Probably not though, because we would have had boats by that time and so.
The dodo didn't have any natural predator where it lived.
Oh yeah, so no, it probably would have died the same.
Yeah.
It happened too wanting to experiences because you need to gain the experience points, Joseph.
I'm not trying to fight these fucks.
He's frozen again.
Yeah, he's still petrified. I didn't unpetrify him.
Oh my god, that's funny. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Basically,
I should unpetrify him.
Basically, that's what I started with. Cavemen were all one specific color, race of people. We all fight each other. And then once we split up, it goes into specific races that seem to dominate certain parts of time. The Asians kind of dominated a certain part, and so did the Middle Easterns. They dominated most of the first
Well,
part.
see, originally, right in the start of the Fertile Crescent, which is where life started, which is when we were cavemen. We were still technically Middle Eastern, but we were just cavemen. So we evolved into the first race, which was Middle Eastern people, and then they.
How does this happen? See, here's the thing. You believe in evolution as part of what God put in place.
Yes.
Then where does Adam and Eve come in? What the fuck?
Honestly, I kind of think of Adam and Eve as like a, not a literal sense, but like what's the word I'm looking for?
Theory?
No.
Not theory, a theoretical.
Yeah, like a theoretical, not theoretical even.
Oh, well.
What's the word? Not hypothetical, but fuck. I don't remember. But not literal, like it's something to just like
Reference something? I don't know. You can whatever believe. But
like a metaphorical sense. Whereas like Adam and Eve were a not the literal first two people to ever exist, but like just the representation of the first humans to be alive. Like, oh hey, so because it's much easier for people to understand if it's like
then why would?
How it's not literal? Because like if in the Bible they were literally, because like obviously God telling this to whoever he told it to, whoever wrote Genesis, I don't think they'd be able to comprehend the idea that
where they came from or something?
Yeah. Because, like, they didn't understand a lot back then. So God was probably like, look, back in the day, there were two people who lived in the garden, right? And then they were like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And he's like, this garden was here, but now it's not. And here's why. And they were like, oh, okay.
But anyway,
and what I don't know, it's complicated and it's very hard to piece together and pick apart